Hey guys, welcome back to Puffin Louda, and welcome back to Banjo's Route, finally. I'm crying. We should just get into it. I don't even know what to expect. I feel like there was no way for romance to blossom. I don't understand how romance will blossom, because it sounds like she's not into him at all. And she was just like, oh, I wanted things to stay the same. Like, I don't want to be with you. So I'm like, wait, how is this his route? But it is what it is. So let's get into it. There it is. I picked up the disc at the bottom of the shelf to look at the label. It was exactly what I was looking for. Every disc on the shelf had data on it. Data. But I only picked one and sat down at the desk. I held it over the bangle and started playing the video. The opening for Planet Warrior Planetarium started playing on the screen. I had memorized the theme song. This brings me back. It was a TV show that I watched with Tomase when we were small. It was a show about a superhero who doesn't have special powers. That felt interesting to me at the time. We had a fight about this program. I think it was about... Tomase and I rarely fought. We had our disagreements, but we always acknowledged them and didn't get to the point of fighting. However, our disagreement once lingered, and Tomase and I had a big fight. That was all I could think about while watching the show on my screen. Near the final episode, the heroine was kidnapped by the villain. Since the hero didn't have any special powers, he was forced to sacrifice himself to save the heroine. I fast-forwarded to get to that part because it was what I remembered. Oh, that looks painful. The hero was covered in injuries because he wanted to save the heroine. Sorry, I got distracted because it says injures and not injuries, but he managed to set her free despite the condition he was in. Back then, I believed that what the hero had done was odd. I was too young to understand self-sacrifice. That was what I told Tomase about when we were at the park. If I was the heroine, I wouldn't want the hero to do that for me. The hero didn't need to help someone if he had to end up that way. But Tomase thought otherwise. He said that what made the main character a hero was his willingness to get hurt for others. Tomase said that the hero was cool and that he wanted to grow up to be like him. That was what started our argument. We had such a big fight. Fighting over some TV show would be unthinkable now, but it seemed natural considering how young we were. But Tomase kept his promise and he still walked me home. Whenever we played until dusk, he promised that we would always walk home together. That was why we still held hands and walked home together in complete silence after having that fight. We were hand in hand. This is just like yesterday. I laughed thinking about the past, but I started feeling down when I was reminded of my reality. What should I do? I watched the screen in silence, and Watcher came up to me. Are you worried about me? Watcher didn't respond, but the sight of it rolling around next to me brought a smile to my face. Thanks. I patted the silent Watcher and returned to my thoughts. It won't be as easy as apologizing and making up this time around. Yeah, I would say so too. Tomase didn't want to make up. He wanted an answer. This is important. I need to do a lot of thinking. In the end, I still didn't have a clear answer for what Tomase told me. Tomase is one of my oldest friends, and he's the boy I'm closest to. I'd say that I do love Tomase. However, we love each other in different ways. What kind of love does Tomase have for me? What does it mean to be romantically involved? I've never felt that way about anyone. I just don't understand. My confusion lingered while I laid down on my desk. Finding an answer wouldn't be that easy. Yikes. I thought too hard and now I have a headache. Also, I really, really hope that the game doesn't go like, oh, well, our loves are different, but I'll date you anyway. Like, no, that's not how this works, lady. Oh no. The timing was so imperfect. I didn't want to encounter Tomase in the hallway like that. What do? Do I say hi to him? What if it becomes awkward and we start talking about last night? I was panicking, but then the Bengals alarm went off just in time. Oh! Stream status. Drama starts in 3 minutes. Stream content the best Dolce with love. Episode 8. Romance drama. Woohoo. It's Dazai. Okay. Thank goodness. Dazai and I have a drama. I can get out of here for now. I have to take part in this drama. I'll see you later. That's so awkward. A kitchen and plain clothes.
結構珍しいタイプのドラマだな。こういう普通の恋愛ドラマっぽいのはあまり見ないし。
Look at him in his little hoodie. After we were teleported, my eyes met with Dazai's and I gasped. Romance drama?
なんだよ。説明文見てなかったのか。悪かったな。俺が相手で。
That's not what I meant. It's just the timing.
タイミング?
I can't even explain even if he asks. Well, I wanted to avoid romances, if possible. Please be gentle.
俺が積極的にやるわけないだろ。
The drama was about to start, and I still felt flustered. I had to start the drama without reading the script at all. Oh, God. Haruto has been in training to achieve his dream of becoming a pastry chef. Michiru watches over him with concern. Haruto has shut himself in the kitchen to develop a new menu, while Michiru gently reprimanded him for it. Oh no, it's about to start, and it's starting with my line. Dazai calmly took out a confectionery vat from the refrigerator as the script directed. There was some jelly in there that looked delicious that must have been set up beforehand. Wow, it's already prepared. That's amazing. Wait, I shouldn't be impressed by this right now. Hey, that looks good. Mind if I have some?
いいよ。
Everything looks so delicious, I can't choose. Which color should I pick? I read the script on the projected display and saw the stage directions. Haruto would plate up the jelly and feed it to Michiro in a friendly way. I don't know why I gotta do the announcer voice. Feed? It couldn't be changed.
じゃあ、これが自信作だから。
It was the typical say However, what wasn't typical was what happened next. After Dazai plated the jelly, he held up the spoon expressionlessly, and he tried to keep his distance. Isn't he kind of far? He showed no emotion and looked away. I wanted to point out that he didn't seem friendly at all. This is better for now. I hurried to eat the jelly that Dazai had offered me. We were far from each other, so I was able to say my next line without being embarrassed. This is delicious. The pale blue is beautiful and perfect for your new menu.
そうかな。君がそう言ってくれるのは嬉しいけど、これで売れるかどうか。
Don't overthink it. Haruto, you often work too hard. Getting that far wasn't a problem, but the following stage direction was. Michiru embraces Haruto? I felt a cold sweat. Doing that kind of scene with Dazai wasn't an issue because it wasn't embarrassing or anything. Tomase is definitely watching right now. Tomase was the one who said that he didn't want to see me in romance dramas. I felt that he might jump into the drama and try to put a stop to it. It made sense to me. I understood Tomase's feelings and knew that he wouldn't hold back. He saw the drama differently. What do? I need to follow the script and play it all off without ticking off Tomase. That was the only thing I could think about as I awkwardly walked up to Dazai and placed my hands on both his shoulders. Yeah, you work too hard, I think. That's why I'm worried too. I'm really worried. It didn't look like a hug at all, but in order to look like I was getting closer to him, I left my hands on Dazai's shoulders. I then let go without even counting to 3. Oh, I'd messed up my line, but I decided to continue with the script. I know how hard you work. You're always working late to develop your new menu, and you don't have to push yourself that hard. It's also important that you spoil yourself. You're doing well, Haruto. Don't worry, trust me. I knew what a terrible actress I was. I thought it would sound encouraging if I gently moved closer to say these things. However, it didn't appear that way. My acting influenced Dazai, and his acting seemed devoid of any emotion.
そうだね。僕のことを一番分かっているのは君だから。だから、もう少し甘えてもいいかな。
Haruto was supposed to hug me back after that line.
ありがとう。 自分が何をしたかったか思い出せた気がするよ。
Dazai skipped the hug and read the last line without any emotion. He isn't following the directions. Is that okay? Does it only need to be close enough? I was left feeling confused, and the drama ended without much else. The story didn't progress like romance dramas usually do. I was relieved by it, but I wondered if that was okay for a show. I feel like Dazai was bothered by it too. Maybe I should have done a better job acting. I have to get it together. At this rate, I'm gonna cause trouble for everyone. Just the worst romance drama we've ever seen. We got 2 points. Ugh, I expected this, but only 2 points? I returned to the hallway and looked up to see Tomose staring at his display as expected.
何ポイント入った？
He shut off his display and asked me. Oh, 2 points. The acting was terrible, so the points were terrible too.
別にいいだろう。マイナスにさえならなければ。
Huh?
俺がポイントを貯めるなら、お前のポイントはいくつでも関係ない。お前は罰ゲームさえ受けなければいい。恋愛ドラマがやりたくないなら、適当にやり過ごせばいいんだ。
Wow, okay.
気まずいと自分でも言っていただろう。嫌なら、ドラマなんてやらず、俺に全部任せれば、ずっと楽なはずだ。
Jesus. I felt dumbfounded. He really is Sugar Daddy Banjo. For a moment, I didn't understand what he was talking about, but then I finally realized Tomose's true intentions. Things haven't changed since yesterday, right? If you're going to save points, I don't need to. Are you going to work hard in return? Are you actually trying to go back home? Tomose shook his head in response. If that's not the case, then I have to look at you as a potential partner, right? Not as a childhood friend.
そうだ。
After a brief pause, Tomose nodded at me. Something about that set me off. Then it's impossible. I was being aggressive when I spoke to him, and I didn't notice my nails digging into my palm. Also, the song? Wow. There's no way I can look at you that way right now, Tomose. I don't care if you cooperate or not. Tomose, I love you, and you're my best friend, but what you want from me is different. Did you watch the drama just now? Dasai was with me, and he also felt weird about it. You aren't the only one acting on stream. If you don't take things seriously, you're going to be a problem for everyone. Tomose, you're in the drama club, so I thought you would know better than anyone. You told me to just avoid the punishment games, and while it was scary and something that I never want to experience again, I don't want to lie to myself out of fear. That would be worse for everyone else.
ドラマをやりたくないと言ったのはお前だろ。お前が嫌なことは俺が引き受けてやる。
We about to fight.
ただお前が俺のことを。
I can never fall in love with someone who isn't willing to understand me. Tomose, you've been acting strange ever since we came here. The Tomose I know isn't like that at all.
俺は。
どうした？喧嘩でもしたのか？
That's so awkward. Oh god. Daza had noticed that we were yelling. It was only natural for him to say that. Yes, we're fighting.
え？
Seeing me angry, Tomose frowned. He had a deep wrinkle between his brow as he grabbed my arm.
しおり、今の話は。
Let me go. I don't want anything to do with you right now, Tomose.
それは。
おいおい、なんだよ。何騒いでるんだ？
いや、ちょっと。
Poor Dazai.
セナとバンジョーが喧嘩してんのか。珍しいな。
どうした？バンジョーが太宰に嫉妬でもしたのか？嫉妬するほど実りのあるドラマでもなかったが。
Tommy. I'm going back to my room, so let go of me. Tomose was at a loss for words. He looked at me while holding my arm. It was like he took a punishment game.
こう言ってんだからさ、話してやれよ、バンジョー。
Akase stepped in. Tomose let go only after Akase grabbed him by the arm. However, he still looked surprised. I knew that what I said to him was shocking. However, I didn't regret what I said.
茶化すような場面でもなかったみたいだな。
本気で喧嘩してんのなら、俺も話聞くけど。セナがこれだけ怒ってんだから、なんかあったんだろ。てかさ、バンジョー、相手は女子なんだから、 あんま強く腕握ったりすんなよ。ましてや大事な幼馴染だろ。
Oh. Tomase glared sharply at Akase when he said that and violently shook himself free. He then returned to his room without listening to anybody there.
俺じゃ話通じねえか。
Bro, why? This is scary. Like, I feel like this is like, there's no good end or bad end for Banjo, I think. But why does it feel like we're heading towards a bad end?
もともと無口な方だしな、あいつは。
It's always the quiet ones too.
セナ、俺とのドラマが何かまずかったりしたのか？
No, it's not that. It's fine. I could still feel where Tomase grabbed me. Ooh. When I got back to my room, I decided to continue watching the show I'd gotten from the library. My hand seemed to move on its own, and I started it reflexively. I couldn't really think about anything, though. Maybe I took it too far. I could sense that the rift between Tomase and me was widening. From what I told him earlier, it made sense for him to think I was rejecting his confession and suggestion. There was no way Tomase wouldn't feel hurt after hearing that. I assumed that Tomase would want to go back to our world. I'm just as bad. I had every intention of thinking about it, but I got impulsive and rejected him. I knew that it was wrong for me to do that, but I also felt that Tomase deserved some of the blame. What if Tomase stops talking to me if I keep on rejecting him? We can't just go back to the way things were even if we went back home. I rejected him. We won't walk to and from school anymore, and we won't have idle conversation either. I can't imagine that. I don't want Tomase to leave me. We've always been together. It's been that way since we were small. There's just no way that I can accept a sudden change like that. I just can't accept Tomase as he is right now. There's something wrong with him. Something about him feels different. He wasn't like this in the past. It was all I could think about while mindlessly watching the TV show. At the very least, when we watched this together, Tomase was completely different. The hero of the story was surrounded by warriors and was giving a speech on screen. The story was about to reach its climax, and despite being cornered, he spoke clearly.
君が無事ならいいんだ。後悔なんて一つもない。誰がなんて言おうと、俺はここに来てよかったと思ってる。
The enemy drew closer and his allies were injured. However, he stepped forward to protect everyone. He did it even though his friends tried to stop him.
この先どんな結果になっても、もし君と別れになったとしても、それでも俺はヒーローになりたいんだ。
He said the same thing. Tomase said that he wanted to be the hero. He wanted to be an actor on the side of justice. He said that he would become that hero. Whenever I would cry, he would run to my aid. He said he would be that kind of hero. When I heard that, I decided to support Tomase's dream. His dream of becoming an actor. But Tomase's way of thinking was the complete opposite. Tomase's only thinking about me. He's suspicious of everyone else. Right now, Tomase doesn't care about being a well-liked hero. I tried to endure the pain I was feeling as I stopped the video. I couldn't bear to watch anymore. God, this is so bad. The following day, I finished up lunch and sat in front of the TV. Akase and Futami were in the living room after finishing their lunch, but I didn't feel like talking to them. I just watched the show on the screen. Then I heard an alarm. Drama starts in 3 minutes. Defender of Justice. Oh, action drama. Okay. Oh, okay. Akase, and then us, and then Iochi. Another drama. Well, it wasn't always the same. There were multiple dramas a day, so it couldn't be helped. My melancholy deepened after being called to act in that moment. Things between Tomase and me wouldn't be so complicated without the other world stream. Or maybe I'm just being naive and Tomase wouldn't see it that way. But if only I hadn't kissed Tomase. I can't help but think about it. I looked at my bangle and Akase called to me because I was nearby.
セナ、一緒だな。ぼんやりしてるみたいだけど、大丈夫か？
Yes, if you're with me here, I'm guessing it'll end quickly.
ああ、サクッと終わらせて、ポイントも稼いでこようぜ。
やる気満々で素晴らしいな。 頑張れよ二人とも。
ウィーッス。
As usual, the scenery around us changed instantly.
この間の話の続きだね。よろしく頼むよ二人。
敵役の伊落さんとよろしくしてもな。
Look at the outfit! They always put Yoshi in a suit. It really looks good.
まあそう言わずに、僕の敗北は決まってるんだから、お手柔らかに頼むよ。
思いっきりキックしますけど大丈夫っすか？
できれば少しは手加減してほしいかな。
They were enemies in the drama, but they had a friendly conversation. My role was that of Yoshi's hostage. The hero would defeat the villain and save me. The story was simple, but there would be one difficult scene. I memorized the script as best I could before the drama started.
君もしつこい男だね。RAL とは反りが合わないんじゃなかったのかい？
Yoshi began the act and looked down at Akase from the second floor. I was placed in handcuffs and played the shaking hostage standing close by.
そうだけどしょうがないだろ。目の前で知り合いがさらわれるところを見たらほっとけねえよ。
なるほど。最初の一手がそもそも失敗だったわけだ。
I like Iochi's pose here too. The hand on the neck thing. Please help. I interrupted the conversation and called out weakly. It was difficult to act afraid.
大丈夫だ。心配すんな。てかさ、南雲。結局その子は田辺啓太とは無関係だったわけだろ。それなら解放してやれよ。おとなしく解放するなら俺も本部と掛け合ってやるから。
へえ、それは魅力的な提案だね。それじゃあそうしてもらおうかな。
The difficult part was coming up next. Yoshi would push me down and I'd fall to the first floor upside down while handcuffed. It was a dangerous scene, so Yoshi whispered to me right before pushing me.
行くよ。
I felt a strong push on my back as I fell from the second floor of the warehouse. People who are truly fearful fall completely silent, and I plummeted silently towards the floor. Right before I hit the ground, Akase ran over, rolled, and caught me. Oh! While I was on the second floor, the platform was part of the warehouse, so it wasn't that high up. Neither Akase nor I were hurt. That was a skillful catch. Akase had caught me while rolling to disperse the shock of the impact. It was almost superhuman, and I was surprised.
お、褒めんのはまだちょっと早いんじゃね？
Oh, this little flirt! What I'd told him wasn't on the script, and Akase grinned at me. He started running while still carrying me. At that moment, I heard a gunshot from above. Yoshi had aimed at Akase, who came out to save me, but none of those shots hit their mark. It was all part of the script, but it was still surprising to see Akase's physical abilities. Wow. He was still carrying me as he snuck onto the second floor platform where Yoshi was. He then broke through some pipes with a piece of lumber. Hot steam rose up and debilitated Yoshi, who couldn't see through the steam. Whoa! Look at him! He's so cool! I'm sorry. It all happened in a split second. That's amazing, Akase. You look really cool right now.
なんだって？もう一度名前ちゃんと呼べよ。
Oh, you're really cool, Saikawa.
それストレートに言われるとさすがに照れるな。
Thank you so much for saving me, that is.
当然だろ。それよりそこで待ってろよ。
Akase pointed up when he said that. Then Matsumiya said the following to Saikawa. Please don't get hurt, Saikawa. Without you by my side... Matsumiya was supposed to tell Saikawa her true feelings. That part was in the script. But I heard a notification sound in my ear and was interrupted. Huh? The display showed a blinking notification. It displayed the word join. I looked around out of surprise and I saw someone already there.
で、このタイミングかよ。
Oh my god, Banjo, what the hell are you doing? Tomase? I was dumbfounded. Did he join because he was worried after he watched me fall? Or did he come to ruin the romantic mood?
松宮、大丈夫か？才川、松宮は俺に任せて 南雲の方を頼む。
終わったよ。
怪我はないか。増援は呼んである。あとは南雲を捕獲するだけだ。きっとサイカーならやってくれる。
Sure. He's acting as an ally who's here to help? I find it amazing how he can improvise on the fly like this. Thomasy looked at me with a worried expression. It was like he was a completely different person. His expression fit the scene perfectly, so there was nothing odd about it. I felt like it was in the script all along. But did Thomasy join the episode to get in the way of Akase and me acting out that type of scene? When I considered that, his actions didn't feel admirable at all. I was hoping we could get a CG of like Akase and Iochi battling it out, but boo, no, so sad. After the drama, we went back to the living room. We gained more points than expected, so I wanted to take a breather. However, things felt awkward.
お疲れ、セナ。仲をしなくても。
Was I making a face?
すげえ困った顔してた。これどうしよう、みたいな。
Yeah.
今のバンジョーって飛び入り参加だったんだよな。すごいな。さすがというかなんというか。
演技は上手くて助かるんだけどな。まあいいか。ドラマに支障はないし。
I'm sorry. I'm dragging everyone into my problems with Tomase.
気にしてねえからさ。セナもあんま気にすんなよ。じゃあ俺、外出てきます。
お、行ってらっしゃい。
I didn't have the energy to see Akase off. I was looking down at my hands. Tomase, are you going to join every single romance drama like that? Why go to such lengths? I don't get you, Tomase. I felt disgusted and confused, and then Futami came over to talk to me.
セナも対応に困るな、これは。
Oh, it's more like it's tough for everyone else.
でも不思議なんだよな。バンジョーのやつ、昼前のドラマではあんな感じじゃなかったぞ。
Huh? That morning, I was busy cleaning my room at the time. I was so absorbed in tidying up that I didn't notice the notification for a drama.
俺とバンジョーで共演したんだが、珍しくやる気がなかったんだ。あれじゃポイントも低かったと思う。
Oh. Tomase was unmotivated? I don't believe it.
朝お前と会った時も挨拶せずに素通りしていたし、その割に赤瀬とのドラマは飛び入り参加してしまう。事情がわからないな。一体何があったんだ？
I hesitated for a while, but I ended up explaining everything to Futami. Oh god, triangulation begins. After hearing me out, Futami took some time to think about it. There's a limit to thinking about it alone, so I was grateful that someone was willing to hear me out.
バンジョーがセナのことを幼なじみ以上に思ってるのは公然の秘密みたいなもんだと思ってたが、
It's not a secret! Everybody freaking knows! Huh? Really?
普通にわかるだろう。むしろ気づかないお前がおかしい。
Thank you, Futami. Oh.
お前に手を出したらバンジョーに殺されるくらいに思ってたぞ。まあそれは置いとくとしても、バンジョーは思い切ってお前に告白をした。けれどお前はそれを思わぬ形で断った。そのせいで二人の関係はこじれてると。
No. Yes.
バンジョーがお前を避ける理由は分かりやすいな。そんな風に振ったのなら話しにくいだろうし当然だ。
I nodded in agreement.
飛び入り参加の方はまだ諦めが完全につかず、お前にこだわっている状態なんだろう。それは想像できるが、
Yikes.
俺とのドラマの時に急に演技が適当になったのはなんだ？ただやる気をなくしただけか。
Oh, maybe he might be stopping himself from getting any more points. That's why he doesn't seem so motivated.
それはまたどういう理由で？
It's because he wants to stay here with me. He said he won't cooperate with me in returning. And, if I want his help.
俺と付き合えって？
No, he didn't go that far. He said that he wants me to see him as a man.
そこは一歩引くのか。可愛いやつだな。しかしいずれにせよ、情熱的なアプローチには違いないか。
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that he didn't say you have to date me and then I'll give you points. Like, but passion, I just don't think now's the right time for that.
恋愛ってのは理屈でどうにもならないからな。気持ちが抑えられない時だってあるだろうし。それにバンジョは小さい頃から一緒にいた幼馴染だったんだろ。彼しかと間違われるほど仲も良かった。あいつはいつだってお前を助けようとしてたし守ろうとしていた。お前の望みだから黙々とポイントも貯めていたんだろう。でもそこへ元の世界へ帰るのに協力はしてほしいが、恋愛対象としては見られないと言われたら、正直やけになる気持ちもわかる気もする。
Should I apologize to him?
ところが男ってのはまた面倒な生き物だからな。そこで謝られるとますます傷つく。
Me and her had the same reaction.
簡単な解決方法は俺にもわからないな。お前がバンジョーと付き合うって言うならまた違うが、その可能性はないんだろ。
It's not that there's no chance, but I don't understand it. I don't think I could talk to Tomase right now.
返事をするのも難しいか。
I'm sorry.
いいよ。だからこそ悩んでいるんだろうし。ただ言えるのは、よく考えてよく話し合った方がいいってことかな。幼なじみにしろ恋人にしろ、これからもバンジョーと付き合っていきたいのならちゃんと話し合っておけ。あいつがわざと演技の手を抜いたり、どうしてもこの世界に残りたがる理由は話を聞いて理解はできた。お前がそのことを批判したくなる気持ちもよくわかるけどな。
Can't I just wait to return home instead of rushing to an answer? Why is he so fixated on staying here? Tomase said that we could be lovers in this world even if it's a lie. He could kiss me, but was that the only reason he was so obsessed with Arcadia? He'd rather stay here than see me with someone else, but staying here puts us at the risk of dying.
この世界でお前を独占したいんだろうが、ここでは身の危険もあるからな。リスクがでかすぎる。何か他に理由があるのか？ここに残りたい理由が。
Oh, I didn't even think of that. What other reason could he fucking need for her to stay? Futami was thinking the same thing. I just kept my head down and thought about it. What other reason is there? Maybe... Yes. I wondered if Tomase was the sponsor. I don't think that's true. If anything... Okay, this is... boopity boop boop. Like, just... This is what I'm thinking right now. So, what I think is that Tomase doesn't want to live in a world without Senna in it. So, I wonder if Senna is actually not around anymore in the physical world. Like, maybe she moved away, maybe she's dead, etc. And here, in the other world, she does exist. And so he wants to stay here because that way he can stay with her forever, kind of thing. That's where my mind is going currently. I don't think that he's a sponsor. It doesn't make sense to me. I feel like if he was, he wouldn't... Well, I don't know. Whatever. We're gonna stop right here. Oh, man. How is this Banjo's route? This is literally just, like, putting suspicion on him. We're like... What's wrong with this man? Why is he so obsessed? Like, she rejected him, and he still shows up in the dramas and stuff, so it's a little weird, but... Next episode, I guess we'll... I don't know. God. Maybe we'll talk to him? Knowing her, probably not, but we can hope, okay?